Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name is Moshokwe. I share tutorials on creating your WordPress blog or site without coding knowledge on this channel. If you're interested in content like that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Today, I'll be showing you how to add a fav icon or favicon or fav icon, whatever you want to call it, or better yet, how to change your WordPress site icon. I'll also be sharing tips to help you choose the best site icon or fav icon for you and for your website or blog. What is a WordPress fav icon or site icon? It's a small icon that represents your website or blog in web browsers. For example, let's look at this is my web browser, and this is Todoist fav icon on my browser. This is toggle track fav icon. So you most commonly find fav icons on tabs at the top of the web browser. In addition to this, site icons also appear in the bookmarks bar, browser history, search bar, and mobile search results in iOS and Android. You can simply think of your WordPress site icon or fav icon as your app icon, like those app icons that you see on the Play Store, and which is pretty much the branding people use to. You can simply think of your WordPress site icon or fav icon as your app icon on mobile, which is pretty much the branding people use to differentiate your site, e-commerce store, or blog from other sites. Now that you understand how important WordPress fav icons or site icons are, let's get down to the tutorial, and please stick around till the end to get my tips for choosing your WordPress site icon. There are also timestamps below in the video descriptions if you want to skip around. Thank you. Let's go. Okay, so to start this tutorial, I'd like to tell you that there's many ways you can create a simple fav icon for your WordPress site, and it doesn't have to be something super complicated. So I'll just show you a simple way to make one on Canva, and what you just have to do is go straight to canva.com and search for logo. If you search for anything other than logo, like site icon, if you search for fav icon or site icon, it's just you won't see much results, and they will be mostly pretty much useless. But when you search for logos, you can easily find something you can easily customize. For example, look at this W here, which is very reminiscent to WordPress. WordPress's logo, their fav icon. Sorry, WordPress's fav icon, and I think it will be really easy to like customize this for your website. Let's say this is the icon you've chosen. What you need to do now is change it to an M. Okay, the site where adding this to is that's with an R, sorry. So let's just go with an R. Yeah, the R looks pretty good. So this is also pretty good, but I would advise you to like increase it as big as you can, because so it'll just be like as big as possible and show up well on your on WordPress. Then you share, so you can download it. It's 500 by 500 here, and usually fav icons, the right side dimensions for fav icons should be 512 by 512 pixels, but most times nowadays WordPress just resizes everything for you, so there's no need for you to bother if you have a 500 by 500 pixel. What is important is that the fav icon or site icon is square. That's what is important. So you just download it as a PNG. PNG is most preferred. You don't need to make sure that it's you can make sure it's a transparent background. Or let's download both to see the effect. Download this one first, and then download the transparent background second. Okay, transparent background. Download. So we have two site icons now, and we're ready to get started adding those fav icons to the website. Once you log into your WordPress website, you just need to go straight to the sidebar. Appearance is always in every theme. I think most themes, I don't know, but all the themes I've used on WordPress, and I've used a lot, trust me. There's always an appearance at the sidebar, which usually leads to customize. So you just click that customize and open link in new tab, or just open it up. Once you open up customize, you're going straight to the header. Here is where you change the logo and change the fav icon. So generally you go for like if you go for like the logo and site identity part, it's usually located in different places for different teams. I don't know how to generalize this, but once you just know you're looking for like the logo and site identity part of your website of the team customized page. So you're just going for like change logo, and you're going down because we're not talking about logo today. We're going to talk about the site icon. So that icon is as easy as if you're changing, if you're adding, it's still pretty much the same thing because this is removing. So if you're adding it as a new site icon, so what you just have to do is select site icon, then select files. Now let's try the first one, which has a background. Open. All right, you can just be like site icon or your alt text, like add the actual text of your website, like your domain name and site icon. It sometimes helps with your SEO. See what I said about not having to worry too much about the sizing being perfect or anything like that. So you could work with something like this. This works, and then you just like skip cropping because it's already a square, and what something about WordPress will help you like make it perfect. Okay, so if you see that it's not really distinctive, like in this one, you can just like resize the R, because the reason why it's like that is because the R is not big enough and it's not just showing up. So you want your R, the letter, whatever it is, to be big as possible, because that is what matters. This stylish circle doesn't matter as much as the R itself. So you want it to be as big as possible. Okay. Okay. So it's as simple as, if you want to change the logo now, you just be like change image, skip cropping, and now it's large enough to be seen. So you can just be like publish, and you can see that the site icon is like completely changed to something new entirely. That's all done. There's also another way to like change your fav icon. You can change your fav icon or add a fav icon using a plugin called Favicon by Real Fav Icon Generator plugin to add fav icons for all devices. So here's how we'll go about that. You'll just be like add plugins, add new plugin, and then upload. So now you just be like fav icon. It's that simple. Just search. One search. Okay, it's the first one you see, Favicon by Real Favicon Generator. Install now. A big con about using this plugin means that if you are going to add your favicon or site icon this way, you just have to leave the plugin in, or like even if you're like, you're decluttering your plugins for your WordPress, you can't remove it if you don't want your favicon to change. So most times I've always mostly used the WordPress site customizer, but I just wanted you to know whatever options you have, because depending on some things, I've heard of some things that don't have the opportunity for you to like customize your site icon. So let's just look for favicon now. So if you want to use the favicon, you go to appearance, and here it is at the bottom because you won't be able to use it from your plugins page. So you go to appearance and you use it from here, favicon. And then easy peasy, you're like selecting the favicon from your library, uploading it if you need to upload it. So you just select it from here. There it is, and select generate favicon. So it's going to generate the favicon for like every part of your website. As simple and as easy as that. So this is how like the favicon is going to show for like mobile, desktop, default theme, desktop browsers, etc. So you choose the website is already in production, and depending on your condition, like depending on what situation you're in, you're gonna be like, this is the new website, or this website is already in production. This website is already in production. So you generate the favicon. Okay, so it goes back, it redirects back to your website. And the favicon installation in progress, please wait. So you can see the warning here. You should keep this plugin active. As soon as you activate it, your favicon is disabled through. So according to them, the plugin is super lightweight and will not affect the performance of your website. So you may not need to do the whole plugin decluttering for this particular plugin. Okay, so that's how simple it is to use the real favicon generator to generate your website, WordPress favicon. That's pretty much all there is to changing your WordPress favicon and adding a WordPress site icon to your WordPress site or blog. So the next part of this entire thing is I'm gonna like give you a few tips for choosing your site icon, because I know that's something that many people like are like. Favicon, site icons and favicon is one of those things that we overcomplicate many times, especially as bloggers or people creating websites for the first time. So I just wanted you to know that it's something simple. It's not something very, very, very important. It's just something to give you some branding and identity that people don't see you as a novice. But other than it just being something that people don't see you as a novice with, nobody actually cares about the sophistication of your favicon. So it doesn't have to be something so super sophisticated. I feel like this is something that I made a mistake on. You can spend like hours trying to think of the best favicon to stand out, but nobody actually really looks at the bookmark, except if you're someone that actually looks at bookmark. For me, I'm not someone who really particularly cares about bookmark. I just know that if I see the WordPress, that WordPress W that's always the favicon for a new site, I feel like a little bit disappointed and I don't really expect much. But if it's changed to anything, I don't care what it is. Changed to a circle, an A, a letter, it doesn't matter. What's important is that it's changed, even if I can't even see the wordings. So you don't need to like be super concerned about it. But this is just a few tips to help you when choosing, so you don't overcomplicate the entire thing. Using the default favicon for your WordPress site, it looks sloppy and unprofessional. For everyone that comes to your site, that's exactly the opinion they have, or maybe they think the website is in production. That's how people will view your website. Okay, so you can spend 5 to 30 minutes to create a favicon or site icon for your WordPress site on Canva. It's something so easy to do. It doesn't need to take you so much time. Keep your favicon simple. Don't overcomplicate things. For a blogger or freelancer, a letter or a simple symbol works. Don't overthink this. This is not something important. It's not as important as creating content on your website and getting your blog to start ranking on Google. And you can also use the signature style like Adam Infro's website. I'm sure you've heard of Adam Infro. If you've not heard about him and you want to be a blogger, maybe you should go and search for him on YouTube or search for his website at adaminfro.com. Not more than 3 characters if you want your icon to be distinguishable. Yeah, no more than 3 characters if you want your icon to be distinguishable. I mean, from the bookmark part, that's super important if you want your icon to be distinguishable. Don't be so fixed on creating a distinguishable icon if you're a new blogger or a freelance writer. It's not important. Pick something fast, and if you think of something else, you can change it in a few minutes. It's not something that is permanent. Yeah, this is also something I forgot to say. This is not permanent. You can change it anytime. If you have some inspiration, some months later, you can also change it. So it's not something that's permanent on your WordPress website. Nothing on your WordPress website is actually permanent anyways. Don't go all out trying to choose the perfect color to match your theme. Black and white can work too. So I know that sometimes people will complicate this and like use like really weird colors. Don't let people know that you're not a graphic designer, because most of us are not, but we just try to add so many colors and it's just like so obvious. So you just need to go for something simple so that no one like ever think of it. Just go with black and white, or just one primary color like blue and then white, nothing else, or blue and black. So don't complicate things. Okay everyone, that is all for this YouTube video. I hope that you'll be here next week to watch the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.